Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I am your host, GameChanger. Okay, so we all know the trope of the overconfident, overweight black woman. We've seen it since the beginning of television, Gone with the Wind. You have your characters like Hattie McDaniel, the whole mammy trope, the cookie jar woman. She has something covering her hair because her natural hair is trash, and she's grotesquely overweight. She's in the shape of someone like Esther Rose or something. And that torch from 100 years ago has been passed down from one trope to another, whether it's, Hattie McDaniels who passed it down to, Esther Rose, or I think her name is Hale Harper or something like that. The woman from Give Me a Break. That's a very old TV show that consisted of an overweight black woman who was a maid, and then passed down to the Parkers or Oprah. It just kept being passed down. And three things have always been consistent in passing this torch. Hit the like button. That is, she's overweight, she's overconfident, and her hair is trash. Those are the three things that have always been consistent, whether it's the cast and crew, or I shouldn't say the crew, but the cast of the Parkers, or Lizzo or something like that. It's always the same thing. And also, I want to point out that there seems to be a tendency of these women to force themselves on men. They always have a man that they're forcing themselves on, and these men are politely rejecting them. But yet the trope is still embraced. Like, they never really get the guy at the end. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the last episode of the Parkers, she actually did get with Professor Ogilvy. I don't know. But Lizzo is not going to get with Chris Evans. So they, in addition to everything else, they also are throwing themselves at men who are out of their league and, quite frankly, don't want them. They look at this as a good thing. And I think that the women who are looking at it are saying that these women are confident. I wish I had her confidence, especially women who are not overweight, because they're saying that, okay, if I looked like her, I would not be as confident as her. So the fact that she is something that they admire. However, is it really confidence, or is it false confidence? Like when a person is really nervous, but they are acting as if they're confident. Somebody said in the chat room that the answer to the question is yes. I don't think it's that cut and dry. I think it's a combination of both. I'm gonna say why I think that in many cases it is. For overweight black women who stay solely in the black community, then yes, for many of them, it is actual confidence, but not in the sense that they're confident in who they are, but they're confident in the fact that they can get the things that other groups of women actually have to eat right and work out for within their own community. Their confidence in the low bar that black men have. They understand that even like this, black man's standards is so in the ground that they can get a reasonably decent man even at their absolute worst, because black men will stick it in anything and put a ring on anything. They are confident in that. Many of them are. They're confident that if they walk their jelly rolls down the street, some thirsty black man will say, "Hey, you in the pink," knowing that, just ignoring all of the stuff that the pink is covering and not covering. They have confidence in the diminished standards of black men, which makes black men the saddest men on earth. Black American men, the saddest men on earth. It's the equivalent to having a restaurant with a big F rating from the FDA in the window, and the restaurant owner don't care because they know that you're gonna eat there anyway, because right next to the F it says black owned, and you feel that you are obligated to eat that crap. They understand that. They understand that. That's why Waffle House exists. So they're confident in that. Now that confidence diminished, that false confidence diminished anytime they see a black man with a woman who's not black, because their confidence is based on his loyalty to that, his unwavering loyalty to a group of women who are overweight. That's why the moment they see, anybody really, but the moment they see particularly a successful black man with a woman who is not of that particular cohort, they're like, oh crap, I don't have a chance. Now they know that there's a ceiling on the type of men that they can get with. Now that ceiling doesn't actually exist. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. All right, so I'm about to play the short of the day. And the reason why I'm a little late is because I had trouble finding it. But I did find, I didn't find the one that I wanted, but I did find a short of the day that is somewhat related. Take a look at this woman. Grotesquely overweight with a poop top. Now, public speaking does take a certain level of confidence. So I guess salute to her for that. But let's have a listen.
Must be so glad to be in New York. The South is so racist. The South is so racist. Oh, you mean the part of the South that starts in Canada and ends at Mexico?
It's not that funny. Quite frankly, it's not funny at all. Basically, this is her saying that all America is racist. I think that there is a lack of understanding of quantity and measure. But I guess that's supposed to be, because what it means is to a person who's not really in a comedic mood and is really thinking about it, it means that no matter how tolerant white people become, black people will still cry racism. I'm going to repeat that. Jokes like this sends a message to white people. And that message is, no matter how tolerant white people become, black people will still call you racist. Listen further into the joke.
Find me a part of America that's not racist. I'll move today. I'll wait. I know the North is more racist because in the North they split up white folks. They got Italian neighborhoods, Irish neighborhoods.
Splitting up white people is not racism because they're not a different race. That's tribalism, sweetie. That's not racism. Your jokes aren't funny. And you're fat. Understand this. There's an inherent bias when it comes to overweight women. People don't like to admit it, but it is. And what that bias clearly states is that everything that they do, in your opinion, is going to be wronger than when a fitter woman does it. I'm going to repeat that. Everything an overweight woman does is inherently wronger in a man's eyes, and a hetero man's eyes is going to be wronger than when a attractive woman does it. If an overweight woman was a waitress, she is, even though all she's doing is getting the food and putting it to your table, she's still worse at it than a slim woman. And that's okay. It's okay to have that particular bias. You're not a bad person if you think it, and I know each of you do. When there is a stewardess on an airplane, even though she's doing the exact same thing the exact same way, and that is getting me peanuts, it's you're doing it worse than when a slimmer, more attractive woman gets me peanuts. Everything you do is worser. Somebody say I like her afro. Having natural hair is worser on you. Everything you do when you're women, listen to me and listen to me good. Everything you do when you are overweight is worser than when a woman of healthier weight does it. Each and everything. You sneeze wrong. Everything you do is worser. All right. Get it? Got it? Good.
I live in a
And these jokes are worser.
Greek neighborhood.
So how's it racist if they're segregating people and you live in a Greek neighborhood?
You know what Irish and Italian and Greek is in the South? White. Nobody has time to break down your brand of whiteness, okay? I don't care what flag your Caucasian flies under, Brandon. Oh, you must be so glad to be in New York.
Okay, and that was it. That is an example of how not funny she is, and she's not funny because she's overweight. That's what it is. Your food don't taste good because you're overweight. Everything is worse because you're overweight. Why do you think that Aunt Jemima, well, they're not Aunt Jemima anymore, but why do you think that they put a slimmer woman on a thing? Because it tastes like crap because a fat woman was on it. Like, that is just the crux of it. I don't make the rules, but you don't follow them. You expect everybody to just go against their nature and think that and treat you regular. Somebody said that's just a really, well, it's okay when she does it. Moving on. Let me just move to the crux of it. So I came across this video where a woman decided to marry herself. She said, you know what would be a good idea is marrying myself. Now, really, what marrying yourself is an attention grab. It's like, okay, I want to be the center of attention to everybody, to friends, family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't care what they think, but I want them to think of me. Hit the like button. I want them to think of me, not caring what they think. Is essentially what it is. And it's putting a burden on people who already are tolerating your fat. You see, people have friends and family. And what a lot of overweight women are doing, and this has been proven with the whole Professor Ogilvy trope, is they force themselves in people's lives, and they force themselves on them. They force themselves on people who are too polite to just say, stay away from me. Because in real life, Professor Ogilvy should have had a restraining order. It's like, listen, I'm your professor. You are a student. You're not even a student in my class. So this is a highly inappropriate thing that you're doing. This is a very inappropriate thing that you're doing, but he's too polite to say that. So, he just gave her a default friendship. And a lot of these women have these default friendships, and they force it. They force it. They milk it. They milk it. When your default friends are saying stuff like, hey, come to my wedding where I marry myself. It's like, oh crap. Oh crap. This is another chore that I have to do. Kind of like calling grandma or something. This is another chore that I have to do. Hit the like button. Take a look at this chick. I want to point out that this plastic necklace of hers has broken under the overwhelming fat that is her neck and head. It was unable to sustain. Oh, somebody say, yeah, yes, it is plastic. It is not pearls or anything of significant value, nor is she. She is an overweight woman. But she's smiling like everything is regular. And she feels that if she can exude confidence, she can trick an intelligent person into thinking that she is a person of value. Ah, fair use. Fair use.
It's Danny. She fell in love with, well, Danny.
I'm judged because I spent $4,000 on the wedding to myself.
Self-love.
$4,000 is not a lot of money. Basically, she just spent a vacation amount of money, a 1 to 2 week vacation amount of money on her wedding. That's her entire wedding. So she had a cheap wedding for herself. Is essentially what happened.
Ceremony hit the headlines and the critics came out in force.
Yo, this is the dumbest, most narcissistic I've ever seen. You can't even commit to a diet for yourself.
Stop.
I was scared. I was scared for myself. I was scared for my family.
Today, Danny is going.
Why was she scared for herself? That's just something people say when they want sympathy and attention. Why were you scared for yourself? Why were you scared for yourself? You think that somebody calling you or somebody saying that you can't commit to a diet. Why would you commit to a wedding? Or some crap like that. You think that person intends to do bodily harm to you? You think that just equates. That just equates like, oh, I'm scared. Basically, when they say I'm scared, that means that I want the people to stop doing it. They're basically trying to categorize, comments about her lack of physical appeal as threatening to her life. So once they get it in that category, then that person is threatening, and they could take legal action. That's all that is. I was so scared because he called me a fat bitch. But because that means that he's gonna do something. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You are the safest person in Vaginaville. You are that. You see, here's Jesus. All right. Every woman has a value. Some more than others. Just like every man who's not completely broke has a value. If I was to walk through a bad neighborhood in a foreign country with my entire life savings in my pocket, then yes, I would be nervous. If I was broke, I wouldn't be nervous. You are broke. As far as female currency goes, you are broke, which means that you can walk through places safely because people are less likely to take anything from your feminine brokenness. You're broke. Broke! You have nothing worth taking or stealing. I don't feel safe. Shit show. All right.
To reveal her unusual relationship status to someone new.
What the
Why did you marry yourself if you're still going to date? I mean, you're technically with yourself. So you just married yourself for attention. It was all an attention thing. Like, yes, I'm married to myself, but the ceremony didn't really mean anything because, yeah.
What is going on?
Hi, my name is Danny. I am 31 years old, and I am an influencer and a body image coach. Before the wedding, I spent a couple years in therapy, just really trying to find myself. During my self-love journey, I stopped drinking, I stopped having sex, I was in therapy, I spent a lot of quality time with myself.
Look at her. She's jumping and skipping and, oh, I'm so confident. Look at my shoes. All of this is cap. So she admits that she needed therapy. Her name is I'm a pound cake. Oh my gosh. Okay. She admitted that she needed therapy. Now it's amazing that they will go and pay to go to a therapist for an hour a day to get their mind right, but not go to the gym an hour a day to get their body right. It is amazing. There is a reason for that, because she don't want to eliminate the problem, the reason, the root of why she lacks confidence. She just wants somebody to convince her to be confident in whatever it is that she is. And that's fat. She is going to therapy seeking fat confidence. Hold on. I'll take care of this later. All right. But anyway, she's going to therapy to seek confidence in her fatness, in her faticity. She wants to okay, I want to strut. I still want to be big, but I want to strut. The first thing a good therapist would say, well, if you don't like yourself because you're big, then stop being big. It's like
myself on dates, just really learning what I like.
Did you dream of getting married as a child?
I want to hear the answer to this question. Did you dream of getting married as a child? Because I got a feeling that she's going to lie. She's going to lie about did she dream of getting married as a child?
Not to anybody.
Yep, not to anybody. So apparently, as a child, she dreamed of marrying her damn self. Really? You expect people to believe that? That there's a bunch of 6-year-old girls out there like, one day I want to marry myself. No. And you're still dating guys. So no, nobody believes you. This is that fake confidence. Because she don't want to admit that she's incapable of getting married to a guy that she wants to marry. She understands that there is a ceiling of guys that she can marry. She understands that. She is limited. She's limited in the guys that she can marry. But not only that, deep down she knows that any guy that's interested in her as she is ain't worth a damn. She wants a confident man, and no confident man would be with her. She literally is never going to be attracted to a man that's attracted to her.
When I was a child, I dreamed of marrying myself. I always just thought the wedding was about the woman anyway. Why can't I love myself? Why can't I celebrate myself? I'm not hurting anybody. I planned the wedding before I let anyone know about it because I did not want anyone.
Look at the Kamala Harris poster in the background.
Getting married as a child?
Not to anybody. When I was a child, I dreamed of marrying myself. I always just thought the wedding was about the woman anyway. Why can't I love myself? Why can't I celebrate myself? I'm not hurting anybody. I planned the wedding before I let.
Look at the Kamala Harris poster in the background. Just saying. If you want to know who her base is, there you go. If you want to know why black men aren't feeling it, well, they're not feeling her either. Just saying.
Let anyone know about it because I did not want anyone to deter me from marrying myself. My big day was so special because all of my family and friends came to support me. My nephew walked.
It is a lot of empty chairs there. That's all of your family and friends, really? That is the saddest thing ever. Even if this was like a 2 people wedding, that is the saddest thing ever.
Me down the aisle. I did not have any bridesmaids or groomsmen standing up. They wanted to sit on the front row.
Yeah, that's because you have no friends. You have no actual friends. You have family members who have friends, and they're tolerating you because they're friends with your family members, but you have coworkers, but you don't have any actual friends. That's why there's no groomsmen. Well, there's no groomsmen because there's no grooms. There's no maid of honor. There's no nothing. There's just people who had something better to do, but went there to be polite. You see, society is protecting this person's ego, kind of like you do with a person who's handicapped or a person who is mentally challenged, a person who is dwarfed, a person who is blind. You just kind of have like a kid glove approach to them. So when this person comes and say, yes, I'd like to marry myself, they're like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I want you to come to the wedding. It's like, yeah, sure. I'll go to the wedding of yourself. I could be doing my wife, who's your sister, but instead I'm going to your crap.
It's my wedding. Okay, but you're there, you're looking cute. When I got to the altar, there was this mirror. I just got to see myself. It was super emotional in that moment, looking at my.
You walked up to a mirror. You walked up to a mirror.
Reflection, who I am, how I've grown. I put the ring on myself. I just got to see myself. It was super emotional in that moment, looking at my
She don't have the ring on here.
reflection, who I am, how I've grown. I put the ring on my.
The only thing other than that ring is her hand. The only thing other than that ring is her hand. Her hand looks like a catcher's mitt. It looks like an old catcher's mitt. It looks like she has been backhanding hot sand. Like she just has like a scarecrow made out of burning hot sand, and every time she gets mad at somebody, she backhands that scarecrow. That is terrible. Look at how much fat is in her knuckles. Look at that. I'm talking about the joint that connects the bottom part of the finger to the top part of it. It is just nasty. It is all kind of wrinkles and stuff. That is terrible. And then and not to mention the nails and the ring. Everything about this is awful.
Myself, and I said I do.
Do you promise to value yourself?
Yes. I posted my wedding.
And she kissed the mirror. It's like 8 people there. And it cost $4,000, ring included. What the hell does she have on? She's wearing drapes. She's wearing drapes from the 70s. This is just a spectacular L. Look at what this boy is wearing. Nobody came in a tuxedo. Nobody actually spent actual time and energy on this. These brothers are in their interview clothes. Not a tie amongst them. Not a tie amongst them. They're there. And trust me, I would be there. I would be there. Y'all wonder why GameChanger has so many stories. That's because, truth be told, on a subconscious and maybe later in life became a conscious level, I chase stories. Like when something happened, I'm saying, you know something? I'm going to have a story out of this. So yes, if somebody hit me up and says, hey, GameChanger, I'm going to marry myself. And, the date is going to be, I'm going to do it on Veterans Day. I'm going to do it on November 11th. Like, okay, I'll be there. I'll be there. But you think that you don't get stories by avoiding an overweight person marrying themselves. I would definitely go because I know, like, yes, this is going to be the funniest thing ever. This is going to be the funniest thing ever. I can't not go to something like this. So yes, I would be there. And yes, I would be right there, front and center, holding in my laughter. And I will be taking mental notes of everything so I could tell the story in great detail in the future. Like, hey, I've been to a self-wedding. I seen the ring. I seen the hand that the ring was on. I seen how everybody was dressed. I seen that, only every third seat was filled. And I seen that this broad paid $4,000 for this crap.
Shortly after I married myself, within a few months later, hate pages picked up my wedding. There are pages.
Hate pages? Look at how, holy crap. This is some watermelon crap. Look at how she is taking a selfie. Holy crap. She is just a grinning. She is just a grinning and a cheesing and a shucking and a pleasing. Holy crap. But we're haters. We're not haters. Listen. It's not a matter of hate. It's a matter of comedy. You are a buffoon. Listen, okay, just like a person doesn't hate clowns, people may like truly dislike mimes because they kind of like come out of nowhere and do something weird. But no, people do not hate. I mean, well, people actually do hate train wrecks, but I mean, you are a train wreck. I mean, you are the entertainment. For example, there's a movie that's so bad, it's good. There's a movie that is so bad that it's good. And that movie is called The Room. And I think Seth Rogen or somebody, or Brian Franco did I think that's the name, Brian Franco. They did a movie based on this movie, and it was the worst movie that was ever made. Yeah, and people talked about it because it was so terrible and awful. That's you. People didn't hate the movie. They loved it because they're watching it from how awful it is. So me watching your life is entertainment. That is my entertainment. You entertain me. Watching you pretend to be happy marrying your damn self.
It's created to make fun of people. And then more and more pages started picking it up. I was on Fox News and their intent was to embarrass me. A lot of people have.
Holy crap, I gotta find it. I gotta find her on Fox News. Listen, you understand that you want attention and you can't necessarily get positive attention. Positive attention being like all heads turning when you walk into a room because you're the hottest chick there. Positive attention would be guys looking at you and looking at their wife, hoping that their wife don't notice them looking at you. That's positive attention. Negative attention is going on Fox News while they comment on how fat you are. That's negative attention. But you know that that's the only kind you can get.
Had a lot of negative things to say. Cough, cough, narcissism. No wonder she can't get a man. What does that even mean? I'm pretty. God, she must be so lonely.
It's not narcissism. It's really depression. It's really depression. But she's masking it as narcissism.
Absolutely not. I have me. Yo, this is the dumbest, most narcissistic I've ever seen. Make a commitment to yourself. You can't even commit.
Hold up.
Not. I have me. Yo, this is the dumbest, most narcissistic I've ever seen. Make a commitment to yourself.
Why is there an old-timey telephone there? Somebody explain that to me. A bunch of people there with their face blurred out. And what? Who's this broad? Another one that's too fat to stand. There's two fellas there and a bunch of biggins. I told you, this is her family.
You can't even commit to a diet. What a joke. Sounds like someone's in their mom's basement. Whenever we don't like how someone expresses their self-love, we narcissist.
Sounds like someone is in their mom's basement. Sweetie, your entire life's worth was $4,000. And you spent it on this crap here. You spent it so you could kiss a mirror in front of people, which really is your way of buying attention. That is that's your plot in life. And because somebody critiques it, they live in their mom's basement. It is clear to me that even if the person did live in their mom's basement, first of all, now that I think about it, I've never been in a basement in my entire life. I have never been inside a basement. That's weird. I'm in my 40s. I have never been inside of a basement. That's not a brag or a boast or a flex or anything. That's just an observation. I've never been in a basement. Huh. That's interesting. But yeah, what is it with this, okay. The person who did that, who said that, had an actual critique of something that he actually knows about her. And that is that she married herself and that she's overweight. And her response is, yeah, you live in your basement. You live in your mom's basement. Okay, yeah.
So I'm just confident. And I think people have a hard time accepting someone who looks like me be confident, because
we have a hard time accepting someone who looks like you be confident. No, we have a hard time accepting somebody who looks like you. Understand, you being you is the punchline. It is the punchline. It is everything you do after looking like you is going to be funny. Somewhat. For example, if you eat a salad, it's funny. If you eat some Hostess cupcakes, it's also funny. If you wear a bikini, it's funny. If you try to seduce someone, it's funny. Everything you do is funny. Now, with attractive women, everything they do, there's a range of emotions evolved in it, but people can't help but to laugh at you. Look, you don't have any shoes on. That's funny. What is this? Okay, I want to talk about this crease right here where my mouse is pointing. I want to talk about this crease right here. And I want to talk to all you chubby chasers out there. When a woman is this big, everything is a vagina. She has vaginas everywhere, like on her elbow, on her inner elbow. She has a vagina. A lot of you guys who get with women like this think you're in a vagina, but really you're just in some random crease that she has from being fat. And you don't even know it because it's sweaty. You don't even know it. Your penis is in some random elbow or knee or thigh crease of fat, or an underbelly of some sort. You are just poking around in a random fat fold. And you think that you're in a vagina, but you're not. You're not. You're just humping away in a random fat crease. Hit the like button.
We are told that in our society that people who look like me should feel shame and sad about who they are.
Nobody's telling you that. Nobody in our society is telling you that.
The most hurtful comment I experienced online was people saying that I had to marry myself because no one would want me. What messages are we sending people of size that they're unlovable, that they're unworthy? That's not just.
Oh God! Go! Go! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! God damn it!
True. I can get married to a man tomorrow. People went and researched.
I could get married to a man tomorrow. You don't want any man that's desperate enough to marry you. I don't doubt that there are men out there that are willing to marry you. I do doubt that you want to marry them because he's so pathetic that he thinks so little of himself that he would marry you. Which in turns means that you would listen. Just like you think that men are attracted to confident women, women are actually attracted to confident men. And confident men do not put their penis in one of your fat creases. They just don't.
And found my address online. The letter that I received in the mail said I was going to go to hell if I didn't repent for marrying myself.
That didn't happen. She mailed herself a hate letter just for attention.
I was scared. I was scared for myself. I was scared for my family. And it became very expensive to protect myself. When I posted my wedding.
Your body is this is a white woman. This is probably one too. So that's got to sting. That's got to sting that the white women in your life are not fat. That's got to say something about it. I mean, it's kind of like being a black person in a circle of friends and also having like the lowest SAT score. Like that's gotta suck. That's gotta suck. That's gotta you are living the stereotype. And they're there with rings that they have from marrying actual black men. Like actual husbands. And you're there with a ring from marrying your damn self. And it's on the wrong hand. Because you're an idiot. You're a complete and total idiot. It's on the wrong hand. Because you're a wrong human being.
On my page, everyone was pretty positive. Yes, 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 sis. Tell them sis proud of you. They wish they had your power and confidence.
Well, they don't wish they had your waistline. What is this? All right, it's buffering. Let's give it a moment. They don't wish that they had your waistline. They wish they had your willpower and confidence. Really? Like, who wished for that? I mean, people would much rather have something worth having confidence in as opposed to confidence itself. Let me read some super chats while it stops buffering. All right. So Brown Hornet 1975 says, love the commentary. Thanks. I appreciate your support. Oh, that reminds me. Somebody sent a super chat yesterday at the end and I didn't get it. Or a Cash App yesterday and I didn't get it. So let me read that now. Don't remember the person's here. Let me find it. I hate doing this because I never know like where in a thing to go in Cash App to look at the history. Let's see. Is it this one? This one? Is it this one? No, that's like Temu stuff. All right. Give me a second. Oh, the wall. Here he is. Okay. So the wall reports. Thanks a lot for the Cash App, brother. Greatly appreciate you. All right. So, and thank you, Brown Hornet 1975. Appreciate you too. All right. And Michael Ross, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Man, a few words, but man, a big support. Appreciate you. Now, let me play some more of this. Of course, no. I mean, these are like the Rachel Dolezal ultra liberal type white women, so they're not secretly laughing at her, but they don't want to be her. They are glad. Like no matter how liberal a person is, they are glad that they are not this person. Just like you will support and love and work to empower a retarded person, you don't actually want to be retarded. That's how they see her, as something that is less than and can't help it, even though she can help it. Like just like a person who works in the old folks home and they really care about the people they work for, or they volunteer, with the elderly, they don't actually want to be elderly. They enjoy being 20 something. They don't actually want to be elderly. It doesn't work that way,
Girls, celebrate your journey and what does nobody's have to say. No matter what your gender or background is, that we all should.
And the dancing.
Be loving ourselves. Being in a romantic partnership is very different than having a self-love relationship. I've dated in the past, but none of those people lived up to my expectations.
You're dating now. You were just on a blind date with a white dude in camouflage because he don't want to be seen with your ass. That's what people wear, camouflage, when they don't want to be seen.
I was dating up until Valentine's Day, but he had to go. Today, I'm going on a blind date. I don't know who.
So you see how a moment ago she was talking like she quit dating, but now she's going on a date, but you're married, but it's all crap.
I know nothing about him. I am feeling nervous. I wasn't before, but now I am getting a bit nervous.
Now, keep in mind, blind dates are blind on both sides, meaning that neither side has seen either side. Okay, here's the thing. Somebody says she wants validation. Absolutely. The thing is that anybody who validates her isn't valid. Like he's not qualified to validate anybody. And that's what she don't realize. Think about like, say you're a really bad student and you want to go to a university because you want to have that degree. But any university that would graduate you has low credibility. It has low validation. Any man that'll validate her has his stamp of approval don't really mean anything. It's just a rubber stamp.
Your name?
Danny, what's your name?
Adam, nice to meet you.
Adam, nice to meet you. Oh, thank you.
You are so beautiful. He's just being polite.
Fantastic.
I feel like I dressed too.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm a fly girl, so
I
just
love it.
next time you'll know.
Yeah. Next time I got you.
Well, I have something interesting to tell you.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay.
All yours.
I married myself.
You married yourself.
Yeah.
You married yourself.
And she just led with that. The most interesting thing about yourself in your entire life is that you spent $4,000 to walk down an aisle and walk to a mirror and kiss yourself in the mirror. You did it so you can have a story to tell. You're not actually married to yourself because you're going on a date with somebody who's not yourself. What, are you cheating on yourself? So you're not actually married to yourself. You just wanted to have something interesting to say, hoping that somebody would confuse your lunacy with confidence. But most people, though most people are idiots, they're not that type of idiot. They just responding to outside stimuli would tell you that something is wrong with this broad. And not to mention she's fat. Like, never forget that. Like, no matter, see, when you are looking for something to hold you over, as some guys do stuff like this between more attractive women. And some guys, especially if you're a complete incel, you're like, I'm never going to do better than this, so I might as well embrace it. But this guy, I think he's just being polite. He will be blind when he see who his date is. Well, yeah, this is like the absolute worst case scenario. This is the absolute worst case scenario on a blind date. I'm trying to think of like something worse. I'm gonna tell you, I went on a blind date. Well, it wasn't blind because she sent me a picture. But I was surprised. I was surprised on a date. I was because she looked good. Not only did she send me a picture, she sent me a picture of herself at the restaurant that we were going to meet at. So this wasn't like an old picture or a Photoshop picture. You know, she was at the restaurant. She said, meet me at the bar. I'm sitting right here. And here's the picture of where she was, right? Of her at the bar in the restaurant. And I was like, okay, bet. I'm not going to say what aspect of the bucket list, of my bucket list, that she would have crossed off had we had sex. But I will say that she would have crossed off something that's on my bucket list, other than just being a white girl. But and I've been with white women before, so that wouldn't have crossed it off the bucket list. But it was other things. So I went on a date, got there. Of course, she looked like her picture. She had double, not one, but two crutches. So when she took the picture, she had the crutches to the side and she was leaning on the bar. She had not one, but two crutches, fellas, two. Like the person on South Park, like that kid on South Park with two of them. She had two of them. So that is a surprise that you get. And that is better than this. That is way better than this. That is a universe better than this. Let's continue.
What?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yes. What the heck? That
Why
is
would I want to see that?
amazing. How? Okay, now let's talk about this.
Okay.
So what the is going on? Where does that come from? Like, why?
Originally, I wanted to marry myself because
Oh, she got a mustache.
I wanted to just
On top of everything else, she got a mustache.
Going on? Where does that come from? Like,
Somebody said at least you get the part close to interest. Well, my friend's father passed, and he had me help him clean out the spot. I asked him if I can have the placard, and he said, "Yeah, go for it." That was the best parking experience ever. There is nothing like that placard. There is nothing like having that placard. You are like the VIP of parking. I'm gonna tell you that much. You are the VIP of parking. And I hated that I was taking advantage or doing whatever because it wasn't mine. And people would see me with my healthy walk and my healthy legs and just walk out the car. But I'm like, listen, I got a placard. I don't care what you think. I probably am. It'll be for a number of reasons. It'll be for a number of reasons if I do. But I'm gonna tell you, y'all gonna want that placard one day. Those of you who have led healthy lives and never needed one, if y'all ever have that, y'all do not want to go back. Y'all will not want to go back. But yeah, I'm feeling you on that placard.
why?
Originally, I wanted to marry myself because I wanted to just have a wedding and do a ceremony. But when COVID happened and I couldn't do that, it turned into something deeper than that. It was about me turning over a new chapter, living the life I always wanted to live.
Look at this picture here. Oh, I meant to pause it back, but she has a mustache. She has a mustache. Look at this whole royalty queen image. And why does she have this phone here? She's a complete and total weirdo. In addition to everything, having her sit on her throne while the men stand behind her, and these men are married to other women, white women, likely, stand there, that is just the thrill of her life. That is just the happiest. Like, this is my life. This is my life. This is better than prom. This is better. It's almost as good as food to her. This is the epitome, sitting in a flea market seat on somebody's lawn that you paid $4,000 for to take this picture after you done kissed yourself in the mirror. This is the happiest day of your life. This is the most pathetic thing imaginable. And it's all because you're fat and you refuse to change that about yourself.
And letting go of the shame and the hurt that I felt
exactly. Of course you felt hurt and shame. And you're not letting it go. You're just masking it. You're just masking it. Deep down, you hate being you. You just learned how to cope with the symptoms of being you better. But the truth of the matter is you hate being you. Like anybody who's smaller than you would hate being you. Every woman who is more attractive than you would rather be themselves than you. And you know it. Look at this broken plastic necklace that she wears with everything. You're a horrible person. You're a horrible person for wearing some crap like this.
Vows and everyone committed to a self-love journey, and people said I do to themselves Just holding that ring up in the air.
You know what? At first I was thrown off, but that idea is so beautiful.
It is not beautiful.
You are an amazing person.
It is not
You're
beautiful.
an amazing person.
See,
that is a
he's
beautiful.
and she's not and she's not an amazing person. Listen, he's obligated, just like the people on the Pop the Balloon show. He's obligated. He's obligated to say nice things. And you want to know why? Because he don't want to miss out on opportunity of slim vagina. He don't want to be an asshole. And because he knows if he said what he thought, he'd come up as an asshole, and it will turn off some of these, liberal, slim white chicks that he actually want to fuck. That's what's happening. Just like when you're on the Pop the Balloon show, and the guy or the girl, they say, so are you interested in this person? Would you be interested in this person? And you don't want to say, hell no. You don't want to say that because then some other balloons will get popped. So you say, she all right. She just not my type. You try to church it down some. That's what he's doing. He's doing it for the camera. If the cameras wasn't there, he would pretend like he wasn't the blind date. Like, Alvin, is that you? No. Because you said that you'd be wearing camouflage. No, I'm not Alvin. Well, your description says, I am not Alvin. You fat bitch. I am not Alvin. I'm not Alvin, Simon, or Theodore. Anybody you want me to be, I am never that person. Okay? If I worked in a liquor store and I seen you coming, I will lock the door and pretend like I'm closed. If I worked at a bank, I'd do the same thing. I am not the person you are seeking.
A lot of people were crying at the wedding.
Look at the wedding lineup. Hold up. Oh my gosh. It looks like you just take her head off and take cookies out of her torso. Dang. This is bad. This is bad. She looks like chewed up licorice. And you can see the mustache. You can see the mustache.
Beautiful. You are an amazing person. You're an amazing person.
Thank you.
That is a beautiful. I think more people need to do that.
A lot of people were crying at.
Look at this crap. That's your family. Holy crap.
The wedding, because the story that I shared about my self-love journey really touched them. And to hear people.
Somebody says this has to be satire. Nope. She has an Instagram, and I'm going to go to it. And I'm going to show y'all that this is not satire. This is how she lives. You got to go deep into the soul of people like this.
Say, like, look, I'm going on this journey with you too. I had a niece, she was there, and she loves telling people, my auntie Didi married herself and I married myself. And
that's a good influence. That's a good influence to you. You just convinced an innocent young girl to marry herself. And you're happy about that. Oh my gosh, these women have no hope. You had a chick yesterday talking about in 10 years, things going to get better. No, in 10 years, this woman or this young girl may be a woman and she's going to be looking to marry herself because she's seen her fat ass aunt do it. So no, that's not progress. That's not making things better. Look at this dude. Look at Michael Ross. Those are some big ass titties. Let me tell y'all something about the science of titties and ass. Because brothers don't understand this. Brothers don't understand. It's not about the size of the titties. It's about the difference between the titties and the gut. I'm going to repeat this. It's not about the size of the titties. It is about the difference between the titties and the gut. Meaning that if your titties are just like an inch past your enormous gut, then you just have an inch worth of titty. It's the difference, Michael Ross. It's the difference between the titties and the gut that matters. And guess what? If your gut comes out more than your titties, then you actually have negative titties. It would be the equivalent of a slim-waisted woman whose titties actually go into her rib cage. You have negative titties at that point. If your gut comes out more than your titties, it's titty minus gut. I don't care if you have an F cup and you have like a big ass. No, I know what you're talking about with the white dress. I seen her arms and all that shit. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back so people know what I'm talking about. This is madness. Ooh, big titties. It's not. What the hell? All right. It's foolishness. All right. Let me see if I can find it. Now I can't find it, and I don't want to. I don't want to. The point is, that's how titties work. It's kind of like if somebody, you know, has $1 million, but they owe $999,999, then you really only have $1. That's how that works. You have to subtract the gut. And that's what these women don't understand. That's like saying King Kong got a big dick. It's in proportion to the body. It's in proportion to everything else. He probably has a regular size one for being a giant. Like that's what the fuck it is. It's the proportion that matters. And proportionately, it's what percentage of the woman is titty. That's what it is. The percentage of woman that is titty.
And it's really cool to see a kid 4 years old is talking about self-love because she attended.
That is not cool.
My wedding.
I really like people who live their life regardless of what anybody else thinks. They're gonna live their life how they want to. Mm-hmm. And you're that, you know? You're not interested in what people have to say about you. You're not interested in what people.
She's interested about what people have to say about her. That's why she brought that up. That's why she brought that up.
To think about you. You're not interested in any of those things.
Like, come on.
What did your family say when you did that?
I told my parents I had an announcement, and they were like, what? My mom was like, oh, my stomach hurts. I don't know if I can take an announcement from you. My dad at first was. That
sounds like it would be an extraordinary pain. If your mom said that her stomach hurt, then that is an extraordinary pain. That's a category 5. It's not a regular stomach. To inflict pain on your mama's stomach, the stomach that held you for 9 months, is an extraordinary pain.
Wasn't for it. They kept calling it a thing for a very long time. And I was like, Mama, my wedding is not a thing. My dad walked up to me at the end of the wedding and said,
oh my God, he actually participated in this foolishness. And her dad is a regular sized human being. Holy crap. He actually participated in this foolishness.
My dad at first wasn't for it. They kept calling it a thing for a very long time.
Okay, it is a thing. You're a thing. You're a big thing. Anyway. I don't have any daughters, but I always look at guys like her dad and Suge Avery's dad from Color Purple with sheer disgust because they gave into the foolishness, and she ain't even cute. It's one thing like a cute little 3-year-old say, you know, Daddy, can I have my Halloween candy tonight? Can I have some more Halloween candy tonight? You know, and your heart just melts because she's so adorable and you let her have some more Halloween candy. That's a whole different thing than your grown fat ass daughter wanting to marry yourself and you condoning the foolishness. That is a whole different thing. It's weak.
I was like, Mama, my wedding is not a thing. My dad walked up to me at the end of the wedding and said, this was beautiful, and gave me a hug.
Holy crap. Is he alive?
My wedding was all about releasing.
You actually hug that?
All of the things that were holding me back from loving myself. I married myself, and then I have a different marriage, and that's a marriage with a romantic partner. And you should have a marriage with yourself too.
You know,
And you should have a marriage with yourself too. She made the whole date about her and her retard wedding. Because she don't look at it as a date. She looks at it as an opportunity to talk about how she married herself, and you should marry yourself too. It's like, yeah, well, I fucked myself. It's called jacking off. Why would I marry? Why would I marry myself? Like, I'm not a complete retard. I don't need to mask confidence.
you know what? I don't have a marriage with myself, but I do have a pretty good relationship with myself.
So it's safe to say you don't think I'm narcissistic.
No, not at all.
She wants people to think that she's narcissistic, because narcissistic is to modern society, they define that as an overconfidence that borders arrogance. That's what people think narcissism is. But and she wants people to think that about her, to mask her underconfidence.
So you seem like a very giving person.
I have had a guy who said, look, I don't want to date a girl who married herself.
That's the only red flag you see on this broad. Like through all, look at her titties. Michael Ross, look at her titties. You see, it's just like an inch past her fucking gut. She has an inch worth of titty. My head hurts looking at fat broads.
He try to spin the block. You can't spin the block. Once you say it's done, it's done. I'm not that kind of
You
girl.
try to come back around, huh?
No, I got
No
options.
way. He said, bye, I'm out.
I'm out.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Good for you.
I'm not thirsty.
I'm not thirsty.
I am thirsty right now, though. Does that mean if we get married, it's going to be a tropo?
This man is actually on a date with the camera. It wasn't that funny.
Cheers to you and your future success.
And she's way overdressed. It's a fucking bar and a Heineke. This bitch looked like Attack of the Killer Tomato. This is just this is bleedy awful.
Yours too. We had a lot in common. I think it's dope. I'm down to meet up with him again. He's pretty cool. I mean, we don't have to walk down the aisle tomorrow. I think marrying myself has made me stronger. Just to do something that big and that bold for myself. And now I know that I can go after.
Holy crap.
What I want. I love myself, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I will continue to inspire.
You need to apologize. You owe me an apology for being so damn fat. And the mustache. You owe the world an apology. And for having 1,300 followers. You owe everybody an apology. You do. Everybody who has to look at you. You should be in chronic apology mode. Like, yes, I apologize. I apologize for my appearance. You know, like when somebody comes to your house and it's messy, you apologize for having a messy house. You should apologize for having a messy health. Like, you should be sorry. It's a distraction and it's an annoyance. It's not just like, listen. Beautiful women need to tell people you're welcome. Because when a man sees a beautiful woman, in the back of his mind, he's saying, thank you. Thank you for making it possible for me to sleep with my less attractive girlfriend or wife. Thank you. Thank you for being beautiful. You made my day just by being you. Thank you. And she should just walk around saying you're welcome. But no, you need to walk around apologizing. You need to just have a shirt on that apologizes for you fucking being you. Man, nasty bitch. All right, now we're going to go to her Instagram. Hit the like button, people. All right, let me get rid of this completely. All right, give me a second, Sean. I got to put it in the right place, and it's buffering. So something's up with my internet today. It didn't rain or anything, but I don't know why it's doing that. But her Instagram is I'm a pound cake. Nettie Seeley. All right. Holy crap. Right off the bat, I see some foolishness. We're going to get into it. Oh my God. So right off the bat, her last post is I married me. She spent $4,000 for 15,000 likes, I guess. Let's see. Of course, she has body positivity. Listen, it's a negative. Being fat is a bottom. It's a body negativity. It's not this poor horse. This poor horse. Imagine a horse knowing that humans are going to ride you. And you see this bitch. And you like, I hope it's not that one. I hope it's not that one. I hope it's not that one. But yep, it's that one. And you get the luck of it. You are the one. I'll never forget, right? And this is the only time I'm gonna do something like this. When I was a kid, I rode. So they call it something different now if it's still in business. But there was a place called Marine World. That's what they called it when I was a kid. Now it's just like Six Flags Marine World, and if they're still in business, I don't know, because people don't go outside like that anymore. But I had a choice between a camel or an elephant. Basically, they had like this circle thing, and the kids could ride on it. And my dad was like, "Which one do you want to ride, son?" It's like the camel or the elephant. And I said the elephant, right? And rode the elephant. The elephant's name was Judy. And it was a nice ride. I would pity that elephant if it had. I would be thinking like that poor elephant. That poor Judy. It was Judy or Julie, one of the two. I was like, poor Judy. Why this? And I know the elephant would be thinking like, please pick the camel, please pick the camel. And the camel is thinking like, please pick the elephant, please pick the elephant. Nobody wants to be ridden by this. Watch Game of Thrones. You have people that ride dragons. If she was a dragon rider, the dragon wouldn't be able to fly. The dragon would be anchored down by the neck. Notice she don't have a saddle. Notice that she don't have a leather saddle. Why? Because the weight difference of the saddle would put it over the horse's threshold. So they had to just get a carpet and tell her to spread her legs to a nasty carpet on top of a, is that a mule or is that even a horse? Yeah, I think that's a donkey or something. I don't think that that's a horse. Everything about it is terrible. Got a picture of her idol, Lizzo, who at least she's losing weight. And I'm not, people thought I was going to do a video because Lizzo is losing weight. Nope. You don't get any credit from Game. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. It's leopard. Oh. 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 Holy crap. Oh. Oh. It burns. It freezes. What the fuck? What is it with her in this phone? What is it with her in this phone? Holy crap. My soul hurts. My soul hurts. Damn. Childless cat lady. That's what she wrote about herself. Okay. Solar Aquala. Somebody just put fire emoji. Stunning. Holy crap. Is this just other broads encouraging her to stay fat? Gorgeous. Yeah, these are other broads that's just encouraging her to stay fat. Yeah. Jay and the J Travels. Okay. Love it. Yeah, these are just other broads encouraging her to stay fat. They enjoy lowering the bar. Holy crap. This is just oh man. What kind of tree would hold a cat like this? This is, Jesus. Ah! Stop eating wings. How would you feel if somebody ate you off the bone? Don't act like you have any type of dietary restrictions. Bitch, stop eating wings. You eat the whole bird. Okay? You would eat an airplane if you could. Talking about wings. Oh, crap. Well, I lost my train of thought. I was saying something. All right, let me see. I can't go back to my thought. See, that's the thing. That's why she needs to apologize. Crap like this. Okay. Of course, the dominatrix outfit. All right, this is what I was talking about. So this is what I was looking for. When she said that she did some therapy, this is what she's talking about. This is when you have a woman who is fitter, who tells she is a body image coach certifier. She is a body image coach certifier. Meaning that, she tells a woman that looks like this, tell women that look like this, that everything is okay and you should marry your damn self. Our goal with the Body Image Coaching Certificate Program is to teach you all of the skills and tools you need to so you can confidently help your clients heal their relationship with their bodies. A fitness coach should be doing that. We want to see more experts in the field who are speaking to this from a social justice perspective. Holy crap. This is some more liberal garbage. And helping change our culture. A big focus in our Body Image Coaching Certificate course is learning the tools and bringing awareness to some of the biases. They already know that GameChanger exists. What the hell? All right. Bring awareness to some of the biases that we all hold so that we can foster better relationships with clients and incorporate allyship into our practice. Basically, she's paying to have a slim friend. She's paying to have a not fat friend. This, oh my gosh. Anybody can give anybody a certificate, just so you know. This is dynamic interactive program. You learn the tools and frameworks through social justice. There is no injustice being done. There's no injustice by calling a fat person fat. Why do everybody think that they Rodney King or Nelson Mandela? Why do fat ass bitches think that they're civil rights leaders? This is a social injustice. Shut your fat ass up. When someone only qualification is, I did it, so can you. Let's see what this broad has to say. All right, so they're talking about fitness people who actually lost weight. They're saying don't listen to people who actually lost weight and say I did it, so can you. Listen to me. I'm the person that say marry your damn self. Foolishness. I told you it was going to dig deep. I told you it was going to dig deep into this broad. Oh, she has one called Beauty Standard. I haven't seen this. Let me see. Oh, the video has no sound. What was that? What was that? She still has a mustache. It's kind of lined up too. Somebody said, period. You are glowing. Yeah, into glowing. You are glowing, and I love your smile, sis. Okay. Heart symbols. Some chick with the heart eyes. These are all women. Oh, wait a minute. Michael Hayes. He has the heart. He has the heart eyes. All right. Now I'm going to talk about Michael Hayes. Oh, he don't have any posts. How can I see who else hey, y'all tell me, where do I go to see who else he liked? Because I want to show y'all something with guys like this. I want to show y'all these guys. Oh, we can see who he's following. Oh my God. Okay, let's take a look at her. So I bet you what the hell? Because a lot of these guys who put the compliments on, they don't have like a set standard. Like you may think that they're chubby chasers, but they actually like regular women. But this guy seems to be into either fat women or muscle women. So at least he's the real deal. He's not one of those guys that just take anything. Like, he's following Beyonce and this bride. He just so happens to be a genuine chubby chaser. So I can respect that. I can respect dude. All right, back to this shit. So she went on a talk tour about marrying herself. I'm telling you, like, she just did it for the attention.
TV, I did get robbed. Even churches were sending letters to my home. They looked up my home.
They sent letters to your home?
They sent letters to my home. Honestly, I had to hire a security company at that point. I got scared. I was
No,
like,
you
what is
didn't.
happening? It was a lot happening.
No, you didn't. You don't have to hire no damn security company. That is a lie. You have $4,000 to your name to spend on your wedding, which means you don't have money to hire a security company, and no church sent you anything. You're lying.
How much was the wedding?
$4,000,
Oh, nice.
excluding the honeymoon.
You had a honeymoon too?
10 days in Tulum. I was outside thugging with my ride.
Let's talk about what everybody wants to know. Dating. You'd be like cheating on yourself or something like that?
No.
No? What are some of the worst things they've said to you?
Oh, I had to marry myself because
Okay.
after being on TV, I did get robbed.
No, you didn't. You're just looking for victim points. All right, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Influence talking weight loss drugs. Okay.
The more that body positivity and fat liberation
Bah!
rests on the
Fat liberation.
influencer, and that we do not have a complete system of people unlearning the harmful impacts of this, we are going to regress. And I think we're at the moment where we are regressing, and we see that there is more push for more weight loss drugs. We have major celebrities, the Osbournes, Oprah, pushing Ozempic, putting a lot of money behind mass.
So Oprah is telling people to use drugs to fight diabetes to stay alive. And you're against this.
Media pushes with influencers. You see influencers who were body positive at one point. Now all of a sudden they are saying, well, this is my body, my choice. I should be able to lose weight.
She looks like she's talking about Lizzo.
Been against.
She's talking about Lizzo. She don't like that Lizzo is losing weight and being healthy and living longer. Same with Oprah. She looks at these people as traitors. She feel that she look at them like that Sammy Sosa, I think his name is, the guy with the skin whitening. You know, she looks at them as traitors, people who are getting healthy.
Folks losing weight. The problem becomes in the way that you do it, and how the marketing is done. And so, yeah, I mean, what I'm seeing right now, I think is we're regressing. We're back in a harmful place. The more that body positivity and fat liberation.
She feels that people who want to live healthy lives and encourage others to do so is regression. You see, when these politicians talk about progress, this is what they mean. This is progress. Tampons in a boy's bathroom, that's progress. 10-year-old boys in dresses, that's progress to them. Oh, speaking of which, here you go.
Illegally blocking
Crew
the
members
city's
making
riverboat
several
from
attempts
docking.
to ask the owner
Shirtless
to move.
man confronts him. Several
woman
people
seen
kicking him while he's
outnumbering
down,
Damien.
rushing to help.
This is what they call progress, people.
Downtown LA, slang in red, white, and blue. Danny and I are here to pop multicolored balloons, each representing a political issue. Each pop symbolized a voice heard. Keith Boykin said, "At the end of the day, it doesn't matter which group is most oppressed, or whether they are identically oppressed. What matters is that no group be oppressed. As a Black gay man, my voice deserves to be heard. As a Black woman in America, Danny's voice deserves to be heard. Your voice needs to be heard." Each balloon sparks a conversation, echoing MLK's words. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. In just 1 minute, we show the importance of participation and representation.
This is progress, people. Just why? The thing about what they said was, my voice, my voice. These people are chronically asking for attention. Everybody deserves to be heard. No, they don't. No, they don't. If people don't want to listen to your ass, then they don't want to listen to your ass. If people don't give a fuck what you got to say, then listen. The reason why I don't give a fuck about what either of them two people had to say is because I don't want to fuck either of them. I do not want to fuck either of the people displayed. Therefore, what you have to say don't matter. Money and attractive women's vaginas talk. That is it. That's all I want to hear from. Your opinion is useless. I don't want to hear shit you got to say, but you still want to say it. You think freedom of speech means that people got to listen to your ass. It doesn't. It means that you have the right to say that shit in the wind. It's all about attention. I'm telling you, these people just, that's why they walk around with American flags on the shit. Like, it's all about attention, and it's annoying. You don't deserve attention because you're weird and you're fat. Like, so miss me with that. And let's talk about your people. Let's talk about the people. I'm sick of your shit. There, I said it. Yes, I voted for you to have the right to get married, and now I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of your overwhelming desire to be seen by people who don't want to see that shit. All right? They know that I turn my head every time they do some nasty shit on like TV or a movie or something like that. So what they do now is they just pop it up on you. Like, before, they used to like look at each other in a loving manner before they start kissing or some shit like that, and to give regular people time to turn their damn head. But now, nope, they just pop into it because they want you to see that shit, because it's their perverse desire to just be seen in the world. No, listen, God. You fat bitch. All right. Oh my gosh, you got glasses. Ah, this is spectacular. Okay. Absolutely incredible. This is a great course for coaches or folks just hoping to get better, to get a better understanding of their relationship with their body image. Oh, they're charging people for this course. This is amazing. I find value from my training in so many unexpected ways. This summer, I have teen girls work with me who the conversation that relates directly to their concept of their body and other girls' body. Why? How twisted is this? Thanks for giving me the language that crosses generations. I'm so grateful for you both. Okay, let's take a look at this person. Oh, that's a woman. That's a woman. I kid you not, I thought it was a dude. And I was about to say, what type of parents will allow their teen daughter with a strange man to talk about their body? But no, that's a dude. Or no, that's a chick. Just an ugly one. So, crap. I'm a writer of Black horror, Afrofuturism, poetry. Oh my gosh. These people are complete and total utter trash. And then people give them access to their daughters so they could tell their daughters that it's okay to be fat. Look at dude. All right. Oh damn! Every time I go back, it goes to the to the top of the thing, and I gotta look at that leopard shit again. All right, I'm gonna do a couple of more of these, and then I'm gonna go back. Hold on. But no, they have. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Question from clients: will weight loss drug help me avoid future health issues? Okay, let's see what she has to say about this.
Will weight loss drugs help me avoid future health issues? This is one of the many questions that we have been receiving from clients and that we will be talking about in our upcoming free workshop, supporting clients in the age of Ozempic. We've heard clients tell us that they're facing increased pressure from medical providers, family, and our culture to start using these drugs. We've had clients who are taking these drugs maybe for diabetes or for weight loss purposes, but they're still really struggling with their relationship with food in their body. And of course, we've seen clients who are questioning whether body acceptance is the right path for them now that there's this miracle drug available. How do you support these clients? It can be tricky when you really value body liberation. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about at our free upcoming workshop. Check out the details and we'll see you there.
Okay. Translation. I gotta keep fat people fat, even though I'm not necessarily fat myself. I gotta keep fat people fat because I created an industry around body positivity. But now that there is something that can slim people down, that there's an inexpensive and in some cases free way to slim people down, I don't know what I'm going to do. That's essentially what's going on. That's the translation. All right. Oh, here's another one. Oh, crap. You ain't nobody mama, bitch. You married yourself. Oh, that's her mama. Oh. Reminds me of that. Ozempic is like that nutty professor drug. Yeah. Can you imagine being a masseur that got to deal with crap like that? Yeah, the smell. Oh, crap. All right, enough of this foolishness. This is how much time I got? I got like 20 minutes, so I'll put the link out there. Let me stop the screen share and put the link out there. Then I'm gonna put everybody into the matrix. All right, let's see what I got here. By the way, if you want to be in the matrix, you can become a member or send a Cash App or Super Chat. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so first we have 1975. All right. And let's do that one. And let's do that one. And okay, let me read this. Actually, I haven't read it yet. Tiberius says, we reached a point where Black women no longer have to care what Black men think. True. They focus on reprogramming men. Absolutely. Unfortunately, it's not taking the way that they want it to take, but they have been doing that for several generations. Okay. What he's saying about reprogramming men, basically the mother is programming the son to be with some random, to the benefit of the daughter-in-law, not to the benefit of the son. I hate to say it, black man, but many of your mothers don't love you. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I think on some level you already know. If your mother is a feminist, then she don't love you. If you're black and your father and your white father is in the Klan, then he don't love you, because he's working to make the world a more hostile place towards you. So by that logic, yes, if your mother is a feminist, then she does not love you. Okay. Look at Australia Ministry for Men, or Austria Ministry for Men. Okay. Get your passport. Austria Ministry. What is that? Elaborate on that and put it in the chat room. You don't have to put another super chat. All right, but let me put you in the matrix. Did I already? Nope. All right, so Tiberius. I greatly appreciate you, brother. All right, and last but not least, New Moon. You are in there. All right, so now that I have that set up. Oh, you had a message. All right, let's see. Ask Google, why is Lizzo so fat? No response. Yeah, I mean, because Google is woke. Black men are algae eaters. And if you're in Mississippi, you're a dirt eater. Yes, but feeding at the bottom is what you're doing. It is horrible. Shaming really needs to come back, like now. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's because what's going on is people are doing it privately anyway. People are doing it in their head anyway. It's just that they don't know. They don't know where they stand, because I'm gonna just put Melissa on this one. Because it's done privately. It's kind of like everybody telling you that you're doing good in school until you apply for college, or even until you get in college and you struggle. Like, eventually it's going to come to pass. Like, eventually the truth is going to come out. It's going to come out in a horrible way. And that's why she's dealing with all these issues that she's trying to mask. All right. So let's see. We need SEPA Unila with a bill. Shame. Yeah, exactly. SEPTA Anilla with the bill. Oh, actually, I've been meaning to respond to you, D2, because you said something in my chat about Magar Targaryen the Cruel. And it did remind me, but yeah, everything about him mirrored Daenerys, with the television ending. Exactly. They both were cruel. They both were sexual. They both were barren for one reason or another. They both were barren, and they both had malformed children. So yeah, there is a lot of parallels. It's just that it was, and they both masked their initial cruelty by, it seemed justified, because the torture and stuff like that, it was due to these guys rebelling, or these people rebelling, or these people attacking or something. It seemed justified. but really it was something else going on. So yeah, I seen your comment on that. Feel free to comment in the comment section, people. I do read and I do reply and respond. Live gym update. There are a total of 3 Black women in here. Okay, depending on the size of the gym, that's actually good. That's actually real good. Guess the main 2 demons of women in here now. The main 2 demos of, well, yeah, white and Asian, of course, but you know, I mean, I will say that the type of Black women I see in the gym are baddies, or they're old. They're, you know, they're past 60. Might be a woman with a male profile. Yeah, that was something. Name your arm is bigger than my 6 foot ass. Yeah, this. Fat Liberation Ultras. They hold some type of pride in it. It's weird because they think it's a part of them when it's something that's adjustable. So by nature, it's not a part of them. Fat liberation is crazy. Yeah, I mean, because you want to liberate the rest of your body from fat, not the other way around. You know, like, you don't want to feel liberated in it. But once again, they equate it to things that people can't help. Like her friend being, you know, being a dude that's attracted to other dudes, that's something he can't help. This is something that you can help. But you want to be seen, and you don't care if it's in a negative or positive way. All it takes is about 40 minutes of lifting 3 to 4 times per week, walking, doing some form of cardio 4 times a week, and eating properly. That's too much stuff for her. That's too much stuff for her. And she don't want to live longer. She wants to die and be a heavy casket. I always fear, whenever I'm honorary, whenever I'm a pallbearer, like my hands slipping and the person's loved one just spilling out. I'm glad I have never been, and I'm not a weak dude, but you know, you could trip or slip or something like that. You think about that. You're hyper conscious of that. I hope to never be a pallbearer to a fat ass bitch. I really do. Doubling down on everything bad for your health is the definition of being regressive. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, Ozempic, and, you know, to be honest, like, I'm skeptical of any new drug that hasn't survived the test of time. You know, like, you might find side effects in the near future. So I'm skeptical of it. Nevertheless, there's no worse side effect of life than being fat. Unless you take Ozempic and like in 30 days you explode or something, there really isn't nothing that they can do to make things worse. Black women plus G, hey, black man, the perfect combination. A combination of what? Like pizza? Like, I mean, you know, rainbow pizza? Like what? What is that? Oh my gosh, yeah, exactly. AWV, what is that? Africans would vote? What is that? Let's see. I was able to get into the gym in 30 minutes today. It can really be done quickly. Well, so 30 minutes is, yeah, that's like treadmill time. You can get some miles in on that. Let's see. Value body liberation. Yeah, this is ridiculous. They are just fighting to be fat. They're fighting to live a lifestyle that they know is unhealthy. It's madness. I mean, see, people just want to be a part of something. Like her whole Instagram profile, her whole life is revolved around her being fat. She embraces the negative attention that comes with it. She wants it. Like she feels like she's part of a society. She's a part of a shitty sorority of people where nobody goes to their parties but other fat bitches and their cousins. Like, that's it. There is no line in between the Landwell Kux Klan. Yeah. And they are either a queen or you are hurting them with the truth. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. Because basically what you're saying is your opinion doesn't affect their confidence in one way or another. They're only going to hear what they want to hear. And if you say something that they don't want to hear, they'll just say you live in your mama's basement and that's it. Yep. Fire and blood. Targaryens are not nice. Aegon was decent. Who else? His first son, whose name escaped me, was decent. The grandson was cool. The one that ruled for 55 years. But yeah, they flip a coin. Like it says in the show, they flip a coin. For whatever reason, the warriors seem to be psychotic, and the larger dragon seems to be attracted to the psychopaths. And that's why 3 large dragons were attracted to Daenerys. They want men to notice how the dragons never have a fat bitch as a rider. In fact, are there any fat bitches in Game of Thrones? I'm talking about the books. I don't think that they ever wrote in a fat bitch as a character. Because they have graphic novels too. Yeah, I don't think that they ever did. Because nobody wants to read about their fat ass. If she could afford a 4K wedding, it would send her to an early grave to see how much a fat person's casket costs. She don't care because she's not paying it. She's not paying it. Now, I'm pretty sure it's going to cost more to cremate her than it does to cremate a regular human being. But yeah, she don't mind being a burden onto others. They want men to accept their body type while making it clear what men should like. Exactly. They want to basically control the narrative. Oh, the one that is funny. That is funny. Oh, crap. Ramsay Bolton said, okay, so for those of you who don't watch Game of Thrones, imagine you're in this position, right? Imagine a wealthy man says to you, you can pick from my daughters which one you want to marry, and I will give you her weight in gold. Would you marry a 100-pounder or a 200-pounder? Fair question. Put your answer in the chat room. Yeah, because this dude, he married the fattest one and didn't think anything of it. That is spectacular. All right, I'll wait for the answer on that because I got 2 minutes. Oh, and I'm going to use that minutes to talk about this. Okay, let me tell y'all something. There isn't a good place to stuff 200 pounds on a woman. There isn't a good place. There isn't a good 200 pounds. Oh, it depends on how she's built. Who's built right with 200 pounds? Who's built 200 pounds in a good way? I'm talking about women here because, of course, there's boxers. There's heavyweight boxers. That's like, 1-digit body fat. But no, I don't want a buff-ass bitch either. Who actually stuffs 200 pounds into her personage correct? What, if she has like a 50-pound ass or something like that? in 50-pound titties? Like, what in the hell? There isn't. Listen, don't introduce me. Fantastic, you should do that. Don't introduce me to these antimantium skeleton broads where you wonder where the 200 pounds go. I'm not talking about that. Generally speaking, 200 pounds of woman is bad. 200 pounds of woman is bad. There isn't like, oh, is she 6'3"? No, not even 6'3". 6'3", you're still big at that point. No, you would have to be 7. You have to be 7 foot tall, and I don't want like a 7 foot tall bitch that has to bow her head every time she walks in a regular sized door. I would rather not deal with it. Y'all know what I mean when I say 200 pounds. I'm talking about a regular heighted woman who looks like she weighs 200 pounds. Yeah. And trust me, like Lizzo probably weighs more than 200 pounds. I honestly stopped counting. Because why count past 2? When you tell a kid how old you are, you think that they hear past like 35 or even 30? You think like a 5-year-old here past 30, like you are grown at that point. Like 30 might as well be 60 from their point of view. It might as well be 60. It might as well be 80 or some crap like that. Like they don't care past a certain number. And if you're 2, you don't even have to say 100. Like if you're on a blind date and you say, so how much do you weigh? And then you're on the phone or something, and then she says, well, I weigh 2. Never mind. Bye. You will get clicked before you hear the number that comes after 2. Because if it's 200 or 299, it's the same damn thing. Nobody cares if you have a high F. Nobody cares if you have an F that's just right on the precipice of being a D-. Nobody cares. It's an F. It's an F. 200 might as well be 600. I don't know who she is. Here, let me look that up. I mean, I hear people mention her name, but I don't know. Hold on. Meg Thee Stallion's. So I typed in. I still don't even have her picture, but it says Meg Thee Stallion weighs around 150 pounds, 68 kilograms. This weight is often considered ideal for her height. Yes. So I don't want her at 50 pounds more than what she is. Let me see what she looks like. Yeah, isn't a Philly? Yeah, what the hell? This is not a 200-pound woman. Why? This is not a 185-pound woman. What are you talking about? See, this is what people do. And now we're talking about king picks. This is what brothers like to do. They like to find these outlier bitches or these 7 foot tall bitches, and say, yeah, you see, 200 pounds is good. And this is them. This is so they can justify sticking penis in these fat ass bitches without ridicule for me. That's what they're doing. But no, the truth of the matter is what you are doing deserves shame. You should be shamed for what you're doing. If you are an in shape person, sticking your penis in a fat broad. It's wrong. It's ethically wrong. It's like when Jenny fucked Forrest Gump. That shit was just wrong. She's a regular IQ person, and she's doing shit like that. It's wrong. And fucking these fat ass bitches is wrong. But do it in private and make them do something to remind them that they're lesser than, and that if they weren't fat, they wouldn't have to wash your fucking car afterwards. If they weren't fat, they wouldn't have to pick the weeds out of your backyard afterwards. If you have to make them do extra shit to remind them that they fat ass bitches. So, because what's the point of having pretty privilege if they all have access to the same dick? Like, they gotta be humbled. They gotta be humbled. They gotta fucking put some armor all on my tires and stick the pebbles out because my neighbors have gravel and sometimes they get caught in the tread of the tire. They gotta scoop that shit out with a butter knife, you fat ass bitch. Something has to remind you that you have to do shit that is uniquely you because you're fat. But y'all don't do that. Meg Thee Stallion is a 150-pound woman. Damn it. And I'm looking at the picture. She's like slim-waisted and everything. Oh, she lost weight. Is that what it is? And for good reason. For good reason. And I'm glad these, and maybe what's her name? Melissa? Maybe Melissa is right. Maybe Melissa is right. Maybe they will be better off in 10 years. Because you know something? A lot of these, so-called proud fat bitches aren't so proud anymore. You got Jennifer Hudson was the first. Jennifer Hudson was the first to say, listen, that shit may have been cute in the first movie, but it gets old real quick. She won a Grammy for Dreamgirls, but that shit get old real quick. And now what is she doing? Sucking Common's dick. And she earned the right to suck it by losing all that weight. She looks spectacular. Oprah is still a piece of shit, but Jennifer Hudson looks spectacular. Salute to her. And Lizzo, I reserve my compliments until I see the end results. You're on a journey, and that is it. That is where I leave that. You're on a journey. And you need a gurney because you're fat still. So once you're at the end of the journey, then you don't have to take shit from people like me. But it's because people like me gave you shit to begin with, and everybody wasn't on this body positivity thing. Your ass is gonna live longer. You're gonna live longer. You should thank me for being game changer. And not being one of these thirsty niggas in your inbox saying, oh yeah, some women at 200 pounds look okay. No, it's a fat ass bitch. When it's a 2 in front of it, it's fat. Just like if somebody's IQ has a 2 in front of them, it's smart. They smart. Like that's how that works. All right, let me put this in. True product. All right, give me a second. Hit the like button. Yeah, Oprah lost weight. They all losing weight because they all understand that GameChanger exists in the world, and they have to qualify for my penis. So, and this is what must be done. This is what must be done. All right, so that's Meg Thee Stallion. Now I know. Now I can put a face to, like, who people talk about. I hear her name a lot. Well, she does music or something. I don't listen to modern music. Yeah, she looked like she do music. All right. Yeah, so she's 5'10", 160 pounds. Yeah, that's about right for her height. So, in conclude, oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not asking for real thin. Yeah, exactly. See, here's the thing. D to the second power. Here's the thing about fat women. Fat women don't have faces. They don't have faces. And everybody know that they don't have faces. They just pretending like they do. Like these dudes be here like, like, oh, she got a pretty face. She ain't got no damn face. Y'all know that she's the woman on Muppet Babies. She's the nanny on Muppet Babies that you never see her face. Fat women do not have faces. And when they slim down, they grow a face and you actually see what they look like. And yes, Jennifer Hudson, when I finally seen that she had a face, like, you know, and where the voice was coming out of, I was like, okay, this is a decent looking woman, and Common agreed. And he married her. Exactly. When fat women lose weight, they gain face. Exactly. They got to grow a face. I'm not happy with my weight, but I'm in the gym 1 to 2 times a week, at least trying. Well, okay, get happier with your. Listen, I don't know your situation, but yeah, lose the weight, and especially if you're a woman, New Moon. Listen, the difference in quality of life between a fat woman and a not fat woman is about as different in quality of life as if an average man was to not only grow 6 inches, he were to grow a 6-pack and become rich and famous. That's the difference in quality of life. The difference in the way people treat you is the same as that. All you have to do is lose weight. For a man to receive that difference in quality of life, he would have to become rich, famous, and handsome. You only got to do one. You only have to do one. So yes, it is a big deal. And you know, and if you're a woman, don't just do it for your health, do it for me and my penis. Do it for greater access to greater peni. So I'm assuming that this person has like a home workout routine in addition to that. But I did notice 1 or 2 times a week is a participation trophy. Okay, so y'all got advice on that. And see, this is good advice. This isn't what they talking about, like, you know, oh no, good advice is how to cope with being a fat ass bitch. There isn't no cope with that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hold on. All right, something else happened. Okay, so will somebody tell me, somebody who believes fat bitches got faces, is this the same woman? Or is this a different woman? Because she don't have a face. So this is either the same woman or one of the other fat women who was at her wedding also went out and married herself. Y'all tell me which one. I genuinely don't know. All fat bitches look alike. I'm dead serious. I thought Rosie O'Donnell and Roseanne was the same damn person, because I thought that Roseanne was like the full name and Rosie was her nickname. Was like, you know, like Rosie was short for Roseanne, and like O'Donnell was her maiden name and Arnold was her married name. I thought Rosie O'Donnell and Roseanne was the same bitch. I did, because fat bitches look alike. For a long ass time. For a long ass time, I thought that. So y'all tell me, is this different? Is this a different bitch than the one that that I seen earlier? Because either way, wait, Danny Adams. Hold on. Oh no, this is somebody else. This is Light Mai. Is that? No, that's here. Let me see. Oh no, that's the same person. That's the same person. Her name is Danny. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so she married herself twice then. She married herself more than once, which further reinforces that this is a ploy for attention because she does not. Oh, wait a minute. Let me stop this. This is a ploy for attention. And the reason why she's doing attention ploys is because she does not get the healthy amount of attention that is due a person with a vagina and two titties. She don't get that. And the reason why she don't get it is because she's fat. They're doing it for attention. This is a whole new wedding dress and all kind of shit. Same park. This bitch is just marrying herself over and over again. This one was 34 weeks ago. So she's marrying herself over and over again just so she could say to people and sound interesting, oh yeah, I married myself. He. That's something interesting, right? No, it makes you look like a retarded bitch. A retarded fat bitch. And the fact that you're doing it over and over again is just madness. That is just pure madness. All right. Anyway. Somebody said all of these dumb chicks are copying celebrities. They're not copying celebrities because they're not fat. The celebrities aren't fat. Anyway, I like to think that Cash Apps and Super Chats, managers and moderators, those who are listening silently and those who participate in the chat, I'd like to thank a special thanks to my channel members. And yeah, this is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.